Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Blase. I am an occupational therapy doctoral student at Cleveland State University, presenting my capstone project titled Sensory Interventions and Building Resiliency for Children with Trauma and Adverse Childhood Experiences. My capstone project took place at the YWCA Early Learning Center in Greater Cleveland. This is a preschool and pre-kindergarten center for children ages 3 to 5 that uses a trauma-informed, therapeutic, two-generational approach to assist families who have been affected by trauma and homelessness achieve and maintain self-sufficiency. The purpose of this capstone was to modify the pre-existing Building Resiliency Program for the students by incorporating sensory-based interventions to promote self-regulation, social emotional learning, and further build resiliency to assist the students in participating in vital early childhood occupations, such as social participation and education. As displayed on this poster, recurring trauma and ACEs have detrimental effects on the rapidly developing brain in early childhood, notably creating changes to the sensory cortex, which in turn may cause behaviors such as violence, impulsivity, distractibility, hyperactivity, disorganization, and anxiety, all behaviors observed during the needs assessment. However, research has shown that sensory-based interventions are critical in addressing the therapeutic needs of children within these populations. So after conducting a needs assessment that included interviews with teachers and staff, environmental scans, and observations, I chose to create a sensory program for these classrooms, guided by the Cognitive Behavioral Frame of Reference alongside AIR's Sensory Integration Frame of Reference, due to the behaviors I observed, along with the interest but limited knowledge teachers expressed regarding the use of sensory diets. I utilized the Sensory Profile 2 school companion form on students that teachers and I identified who we believed would benefit from extrasensory interventions. After analyzing and interpreting their results, I created sensory icon boards for the identified students to utilize, where they would choose from icons to first identify their current emotions and then choose a sensory-based activity to assist them in re-regulating. These students were able to use their boards and were excited to use them. And after utilizing them, all students were able to calmly transition back to their classrooms or their activities with increased focus. Additionally, I created a teacher training booklet for the teachers to utilize to help them create more sensory-friendly classrooms by educating them and giving them examples on how to incorporate generalized sensory diets throughout the day to optimize learning and focus for their students. The most utilized strategies by the teachers were typically the strategies that I physically showed them, including the use of visual timers, calming music, deep breathing and meditation, movement breaks, and obstacle courses. When teachers or I would utilize these strategies, behaviors often digressed and focus often increased. So after implementing the sensory program throughout the weeks, modifications were made based on teacher feedback and collaboration, observation, and challenges that came about. Some of these modifications included creating new icons for the sensory icon boards. Also, due to a lack of free time within the teachers' schedules to thoroughly read through the materials they were given, I created tutorial videos for the teachers to watch so they were able to receive more detailed training in using the sensory icon boards and the teacher training booklets. Additionally, instructions were given to the teachers on how to promote the use of the sensory icon boards with the identified students while preventing students from using them to get out of unpreferred activities. Conclusively, sensory-based interventions can be extremely beneficial within early childhood classrooms, especially for children with trauma, to increase their resilience, self-regulation, and social emotional learning skills, so they are better able to participate with peers and focus during classroom learning. Occupational therapy practitioners should utilize these methods into other preschool, pre-kindergarten classrooms, kindergartens, and even elementary schools, especially in areas with low socioeconomic status where we typically see more trauma and ACEs. It is crucial for OTPs to give teachers the proper amount of training, support, and education in the use of sensory-based interventions for trauma-informed care. Thank you for your time.